Hi, this is Dan from Lathrop Insurance. In this challenging insurance environment, Lathrop Insurance can be your beacon in the storm to help you find the coverage you need at the right price. Now, more than ever, you need a partner in the insurance industry that can work with multiple carriers to make sure you have the right coverage at the right price. Lathrop Insurance carries home, auto, and business insurance and can be reached at 401-596-2525. We've been supporting the local community since 1939, and we look forward to working with you.
Good morning, everybody, and welcome back to Business Over Breakfast. It is Thursday morning. The Ocean Community Chamber of Commerce is here. I am joined by the always lovely Maria DiMaggio.
Good morning, Ben.
And Mike Wade from Watch Hill Outfitters. How are you?
I'm doing great. Good morning.
Good morning. Thank you for being here. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
So, guys, first of all, what's up? How's it going?
It's going. This weather's crazy with the cold, the warm. At least it's not the rain.
I know. I've gotten to wear a t-shirt outside the last couple of days.
I mean,
that's been nice, but
it is nice. I just the fluctuation messes with my sinuses. I'm like,
yes,
what is going on?
Absolutely.
So absolute beautiful day. A lot of people on the beach, a lot of people walking their dogs.
Were you down there this morning?
I actually did stop down by Weekapaug, and there was quite a few people just kind of strolling around. It's kind of funny this time of year where you think it's not busy.
Yeah.
You go to a location like that, and it's definitely bustling with everyone that wants to get out, especially on a day like today. It's beautiful.
Absolutely. Well, for those of you who are watching from home, if you're not familiar with Mike or Watch Hill Outfitters, but that's, part of his business is being down by the beach and by the ocean. If you want to fill the viewers in about what you do.
Sure. My name is Mike Wade. I've got the store here in town, Watch Hill Outfitters. We do fishing, equipment, bait, kayaking. We've been around for quite a long time. This is actually my 16th year anniversary. Came up on the 8th of this month, pardon me.
Congratulations.
Yeah, so super excited. Really excited about the business going forward. So many people are fishing right now. Like I said, this morning when I was down, there were people literally walking out with fishing rods coming off a Weekapaug Beachway.
Wow. So
they had been there already, and some were going. So the fishing's still good.
Were they catching anything that you noticed?
Striped bass.
Okay. So season for striped bass.
Season for striped bass migration is going on. A few guys are catching some very large fish. Everybody's always looking for that slot fish because we have, a slot at the moment for to keep them. Some people like to take them. Well, we've got Christmas coming up. Your 7 fishes, so that's one of them.
Yep. I love that. And are you super busy this time of year for the holidays with Christmas presents or holiday presents, or just the average person going out doing their fishing?
We are busy this time of year. The last couple of weeks before Christmas seems to be the rush for us. Our community tends to be a bit, everybody goes somewhere and they come back. So they're seasonal, but during the season of Christmas, they're in town and they're coming into the store. They're getting gift cards. They're getting hats. They're getting that last minute gift idea for their friend, family member.
Absolutely. So. And you have a lot of great products there. Because during COVID, we came and did a shopping show with you during COVID, and we got. I'm not into fishing. Are you into fishing?
No, I went many times with my dad as a child, but I haven't. I should get back into it now.
It's pretty fun, especially this area. In my personal opinion, it's probably one of the best areas in New England for surf fishing / boat fishing, clamming. People will come into the store this time of year and they're asking about clamming, which is one of the things I really love to do this time of year. Really clean water in the ponds, really clean, tides that run really low so you can get to areas that other people that can't. So that's, again, something that a lot of people are coming in asking about.
And do you, so we used to get this question a lot, and now when we get it, I just say, call Mike, he'll know about the clamming licenses and fishing licenses, especially we get it more so during the summer. But is that something that you need to have to be able to do at this time of year, or is it only for certain periods of time or always?
No, as a Rhode Island resident, you don't actually need to sign up for a clamming license. You already have the ability to have one. or you have it.
Mm.
It's a right. The same thing with, crabbing. We have no license for it, but you can have a catch limit as a state resident.
Okay.
Non-residents do have to get a clamming permit. I do sell them at the store. I'm a dealer for the state. So if you walk into the store, we can issue you a clamming license for 14 days. And then, you can go clamming in the areas that we're talking about.
Until your heart's content.
And that is great, especially for the large tourist community that we have all summer long.
Yeah, for sure.
Absolutely. A lot of people literally go specifically clamming. So I have some customers that they're just clammers, which is kind of odd. But that to me it's odd because they're in the middle of the water. They're seeing all the fish jump, and their main focus is
no.
steamers and quahogs. That's their thing.
People love steamers and quahogs.
I mean,
They do.
They're delicious. And clams. My favorite are clams. And I've gone once. I've gone clamming once. One of our former volunteers, Vinny, he was like, "Yeah, I'll take you." And so him and I went one morning in Weekapaug and on the pond and tried my hand at it.
Yep.
Yeah. It was a lot of work. That's for sure.
People will come in and ask me how clamming is, and I literally use a phrase. It's like going to a grocery store. So there's a lot of clams. Just make sure you use the gauge because they have to be a 1-inch width.
Right.
So they'll get a simple gauge and they'll get plenty of clams for their family.
I love that.
themselves.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. We were pretty lucky. We got a bunch. Yeah.
Wow. How did you get into this line of work?
I've always been a fisherman. I've been around. I grew up in Long Island. My family moved here back in the mid 80s or early 80s, 84. And I've always been part of the ocean. I moved back here permanently with my father, and he was having some medical issues, and I was kind of off work for a while. So I really started getting back into fishing. And I actually was a previous business owner. So I was looking at getting into a tackle shop. And that was kind of a tough thing in the beginning because there was very few. So I looked around and Captain Don's was there. And unfortunately, Captain Don actually passed away during that period of time over in Charlestown. So I was looking at purchasing his store. That didn't really work out. And then I just happened upon a small business in town, which was really just a rod shop. So they primarily made fishing poles custom for customers. And I approached the gentleman that had it, and I ended up with Watchell Outfitters.
I love that.
So it was kind of me searching and trying to figure out where to go and what to do. I knew which business I wanted to be in. I loved it, and I still love it. So that's where I began Watchell Outfitters, which is an old business, believe it or not. It started way back when down in Watchell Harbor, was then moved over to several locations until it finally ended up right here at on Main Street.
157 Main Street.
That's right.
That's correct.
Yeah. Now, since you purchased the business, were you always at 157 or were you somewhere else previously?
I have always been at 157 Main Street.
It's a great location too.
Yeah. Prior to that, it was we called it the Pottery Barn, or right across from the Cooked Goose restaurant, which is where Henry Heatu actually owned it. And then from there, it moved to the Village and then finally to its current destination.
Well, it's nice. One of the benefits of being on Main Street is, you have traffic all year long. You're able to be open all year. You do something that's sort of unique in the area, which is you hire experts and guests. I saw this on the website. Can you tell me a little bit more about your what was the exact term that I saw here? Consultants, expert anglers on a short-term basis. What's going on there?
So we actually do fishing charters, and we also consult with consumers that come into the store. So one of our big things amongst the guys that work for me is service. A lot of people don't really know what to do and where to go and, who does what. So I think we have a great business community around here where if it's a paddle board, I'm sending them the Paddle RI, or if it's spear fishing equipment, I'm sending them over to Ted at Avies, which is down the block. Great friend.
Yeah.
Great business as well. So over the years, it's just become very service orientated. Line, reels, how to do this, where to go, what's happening for the day. And then I also rely tremendously on quite a few captains that work through the store. They actually take people fishing. They're going to advise them. They're going to show them the techniques that we show them in the store, and then put it into an application and say, do this, cast here. This is what we're targeting. This is the presentation. And it's really worked well.
That's
so
great.
There's a lot of people that really enjoy
so cool.
that service.
I mean, especially if you don't know what you're doing as far as fishing, you can charter with Mike, or he can help you set that up and then learn all about it.
That is so cool, especially for people like us, Maria, who are novices
Yes.
at this. Or
All right, maybe we'll have to go fishing, Ben.
Yeah, I'm down.
We're
Love to
clamming.
take you.
Only when the water's calm. I can't handle a rough.
So
sea.
is it what is fishing like in the area, like seasonally? Obviously we are 2 days away from the official start of winter.
Mhm.
What does that look like right now? What does life look like in your business right now?
So the fishing is tapering down as we hit a water temperature of around 50 degrees is about the end of the striped bass migration. We seem to have had a stall with that, just with warmer waters. So there's still a lot of people that are simply just running out to the beach and going to catch a striped bass. There's also a lot of bait around right now. So even at a lot of the distributors for seafood in the area, we have whiting, we have herring, we have smelt, we have squid that are coming off of the waters. Well, all of those fish are being pursued by the migratory fish coming out of Massachusetts. And as they come down the coast, they're going to hit Montauk, they're going to hit Block Island, and then they're either going to come towards us or they're going to go away from us. Right. This year, it seems that a tremendous amount of that migration is moving towards Inner Island, meaning Fisher's Island is very, very busy right now with fish. The race, we call it, basically from Race Rock all the way over to Long Island and the dumplings in those areas over there. Tautog fishing is the other one that's really popular. Those are fish that don't really migrate far, but they're going to move from our inner coastal off to the deeper zone. So a lot of people are focusing on that. So if you're lucky to get on a boat and not have such a rough ride right now, because we're in the winter season, it's great to go. And fishing is very, very good.
Do you find that most people, when they're fishing, they're doing it for fishing for food and to keep and to like eat, or are they just catching and releasing?
When we get into like tautog fishing, that is a fish that people seek out because of the flavor and the greatness of the taste of that fish. Striped bass is more of a sport fish, if you will.
Like how big of a fish can I get?
How big of a fish can I get? Although we do have some regulations where we can't keep them over 28 inches. Those become over slot, and those are our breeding fish.
Got it.
Many years ago, they had entertained the idea of creating a sport fish out of that category, which never really happened. There's still a commercial fishery for striped bass. And we're actually going through some, trials and tribulations as far as, current stock, what's going on in the fishery. So they're looking at different regulations that'll come through at the end of this year and the beginning of next year, for the year 2025. So
awesome. I have a picture from when I was a little boy of me holding up like 5 or 6 trout, I assume.
Uh-huh.
I don't think that I've ever caught a fish other than that. I've been fishing many times since then as I grew older because I don't remember that picture being taken. I vaguely remember going to Carolina Trout Pond with my dad and my uncle, but I don't remember that picture being taken. I was way too young. And I remember like Huck Finn Day and a bunch of other stuff. I've been fishing like through high school and all of that stuff. I don't think I ever actually caught anything other than when I was like 3 or 4 years old, and I don't remember it. So I'm a terrible fisherman. If my family had to rely on me to survive, we would be dead.
I bet I could take you on the beach today and have you catch a fish easily.
I'm sure you could. That's actually what I was getting at was that that sort of mentorship, and people that may want to do this but believe that they're terrible at it, like me. They can go to Watch Hill Outfitters and learn, and that's a really powerful thing. Other than just having the supplies, you have the knowledge.
Well, it's powerful in the fact that we really focus on kids as well. I believe that when a customer comes into the store and he doesn't really, or she doesn't really know what, is happening, we can teach them the knots, we can put them in the right place, and then it really becomes technique. And believe it or not, our town is extremely friendly when it comes to this. So when you walk out onto a breachway and you really don't know what you're doing, sometimes I give them the advice of just kind of stand there for a few moments and watch the other fishermen.
Right.
They know why you're there. Ask a couple of questions, watch what they do with their fishing pole, and they will learn. They'll see it. So being on the water is the most important thing. A lot of people say, which lure works the best? And the reality is the one that you throw.
That's true, right?
The one that you throw. That's the most important lure, is to be in the water. And you'd be amazed what people and the stories that I've seen over the years. It's fantastic. I do really enjoy it.
And I'm sure other fishermen are very welcoming and accommodating, especially to children, that they, if they're asking questions or wanting to learn more about it, they're going to humor them and show them and,
Oh,
to a certain level, I'm sure
they take it beyond that in some cases. I mean, some people will literally go out there, they'll see somebody not having as much luck as they are, and they'll say, hey, watch this, do this, and then they'll explain themselves. They are very friendly in that manner, which is great, because then that person catches a fish. Then the guy has to teach them how to land the fish, because there's more than just hooking it. You have to actually hook it, get it to the shoreline. If it's the right fish you're looking for, you want to take a picture, quickly get that fish off and get them back in the water. Or if it's something that you're going to keep, then you look at it and say, oh, yes, that's a fish I want to take home to the family.
That's awesome.
I love it. So transitioning over to the chamber, how long have you been a member of the Chamber of Commerce, and how did you come to be on the board?
So I've been a member of the chamber, pretty much since I've opened my business. I don't think there was. I signed up, and I see the value of, being part of the community. I was, I saw those things even before I opened my business, and the people that come into the chamber are very welcomed. I was extremely well received, in my opinion, which, it's about the people that come to me that are in the store and the board members. I see these people all the time. They're part of my family. So as far as being a member of the chamber, it's just such an easy thing for me.
Yeah. Mike's been on our board for, I think this is now going into your third year.
Yes.
And he's super helpful when we need things for any of our events. I know, like this, just coming off the top of my mind, this past River Glow, we were having issues with our boat engines. So we're like, call Mike. Who's got motors for boats? Who goes fishing, or who has those kind of supplies, of course. And you're right there on the river. So you're able to, jump in your boat and come help us. Or I know for that, we sent the van over to get a motor. And between one of the many motors, I think we might have used yours, but especially for River Glow, like we're just on the water, Rudy and I are on the water, making sure those fires stay lit. And so we're not going to be paddling. That's for sure.
No, logistics are difficult for that one.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
Colin is really great with that.
Yes,
He's
he
right down the
is.
block from me,
Yep.
so I see him quite often.
You guys have like
Uh,
prime real estate right there
Yeah,
on the
he's
river.
right there at the sign, with the signs and stuff right down the
Mhm,
block. So I
mhm.
see him a lot. He came by,
Yep.
and then if you guys need anything, you know to call me.
Of course.
Yeah.
And another thing, we for our lobster trap tree for the last couple years, we've had a nice glass buoy. An artist would put together a buoy in the shape. Glass buoy in that same shape and whatever beautiful design. And we're like, how are we going to hang this? There's no hole in it, and we don't want to just put it on the tree. God forbid there's wind or something. So we call Mike, and he, with his I don't know, what is it, nodding skills or whatnot, will wire up apparatus to be able to hang the buoy and secure it to the tree.
Believe it or not, it's shark wire.
Oh,
yeah, so it's
extra strong.
It's extra strong. Yeah, stainless steel. We do haywire twists and stuff like that. So it's not hard for me to do that.
well, consider that if you have something that you need, wired or whatnot, or if you need that type of wiring, he has it.
We do a lot of things like that. People will literally walk in the door and say, "Hey, I've got this hanging point and I don't know what to do with it." And I'm like, "Oh, where's the plant hang? how heavy is it?" You find them swivels and hooks, and
You got to think outside the box sometimes for that kind of stuff.
It's an odd request, but it's often.
And you're there. You're there for it. No, and another odd request I know that we usually get too is like people that are looking for maps, like maps in general at the chamber, and unfortunately people aren't producing maps, so our supply of state and town are dwindling. However, when they're looking for ocean maps or boating map, I'm like, go right to Mike. He's got everything you need.
I have
Yeah.
all of those.
He's got it all. So if you need to know where you're going on the water, Mike's your guy.
Yes.
But no, we're super happy to have him on the board. Great person, great personality, there to help whenever we need. He's just a great guy. And make sure you go check out Watch All Outfitters if you're in
Absolutely.
the area. His business also accepts our chamber gift certificates. So if you happen to get any for the holidays and you want to get somebody into fishing, or if you have some already and you want to buy somebody a fishing pole or the accessories,
And this is the last chamber show that we're doing before Christmas.
so we're going to push the gift
very,
certificates.
very important, guys. Go get gifts. If you are looking for a stocking stuffer for somebody, if you're looking for a gift for the person that's impossible to buy for, if you're looking for a gift for somebody you don't know very well, if you're looking for
Teachers' gifts.
teachers' gifts, perfect for teachers'
Mhm.
gifts. Something that that I think Lisa brought up is she always buys a handful
Mhm.
just for the person that gets you something that you didn't think about.
Mhm.
There's always somebody that we
Just to
miss.
have on hand.
And
Yeah.
if you just get some chamber gift certificates to have on hand, you have, you went to a party and you saw somebody that you wish that you had gotten a gift for. Cool. Put this in a card and it'll be the perfect gift for them because they can use it for whatever it is that they need. And there's over
Exactly.
300 businesses they could, maybe they love fishing and you didn't know it, and they can go to Watch Hill Outfitters and find something there, use it towards a purchase, whatever it may be.
Exactly.
So stop by and get a chamber gift certificate, and you can get those all the way up until Tuesday, right?
Yep, I'm gonna tell you our hours. I was just looking that up to make sure I don't tell you the wrong time. I know we posted it and I thought we'd pinned it. So we're definitely open today. Today's Thursday till 5. Fridays we're normally open till 4, but I'll be there till 5 on Friday. Saturday we're there. Here we go. Because Grace and our intern Gabby, thanks Gabby. She made us a
Hi,
beautiful image for our Facebook page and our Instagram. So if you don't remember this, we will have it there. But this Saturday will be our only weekend day that we're open. So 10 to 12, I'll be there selling gift certificates. Monday is our late night. So we'll be there until 6. If you can't make it there for 5, we'll be there until 6 to sell gift certificates. And then on Christmas Eve, we'll be there 9 to 12. So you have a couple more days and we're staying open extra time for folks to come get their gift certificates. Just to tell people in advance, if you're paying by cash or check, it'll be exactly what you're purchasing. If you're buying 100, you're paying 100. If you're coming with a credit card, we're telling you now, you will know there's a fee. Unfortunately, we have to pass it along. So for us to be able to pay out our members 100% of whatever they take in, we have to pass that cost along to you. Unfortunately, we're also a nonprofit, so we can't eat that 3% ourselves. So if you're buying $100, it's 103.
But what's amazing about that is that, you know, whether you buy cash, card, whatever, like if you go
regardless, yeah.
if you go spend $100 at Watch Hill Outfitters, Watch Hill Outfitters gets $100 from that gift certificate.
Correct.
The chamber doesn't take anything from that,
and they don't lose it in the
and
processing
they don't lose
either.
it in the processing. Yeah, it's 100%. I think I saw that you guys were dropping off a check to
Yes.
Victoria's yesterday.
I did a bunch. Yes. So I filmed a lot of content, and we're going to be pumped. So it wasn't just Victoria's that we did, but yeah, Grace put that together for me, it came out great. So we're getting into I'm a live kind of gal. So, you know, I just sell it. Our anniversaries are kind of similar. So I started the chamber on December 9th.
Okay.
And you were December 8th, which I love. So I won't forget your anniversary, but 11 years now, but always been into lives because it's one take. You just do it. We're great and we're done.
Yeah.
And now we're getting into the, I don't know, crafted content. So now you have to edit and I'm very particular. So I need to, you know, find a way to do it quicker, but I just want it to look great. So, but no, Grace did a great job, and we'll have a couple more. And as we're getting more certificates in, we're going to do a couple more of those, just so people understand, like, you're not just buying certificates to buy them. There's a process to it. There's a lot of work that goes into it. And at the end of the day, the business that you're spending your money with is getting that money. Like there's no middleman. It's right from us to them, you to us to them.
Right.
It's a great service.
And that
really
comes directly from a business owner who accepts them.
Yes.
Do you have this is something I ask everybody, and we haven't gotten to it, so I want to end it on this. Do you have a favorite activity that the chamber does? A favorite event, whether it be River Glow, Santa's Arrival, the Light Parade, which was fantastic.
Yes, thank you for your commentating. I didn't get to do it with you this year.
I missed you. Well,
did you see me? I was waving when I came by.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't know where your camera was. I was just like yelling, Ben. I should have called you. I could have commentated with you over the phone.
You could have.
I didn't think of it till it was too late.
That's
if I drive again next year, that's what we're doing.
Okay. Well, you better be in the chair with me
I know.
next
Okay.
year. So
Mike can drive it next year. Mike will drive the van next year.
Because my co-commentator this year was awful. She was awful.
No.
She was awful. I'm kidding you. My girlfriend. I love you, Jackie.
Thank you, Jackie.
I absolutely love the duck race.
Yes.
And the reason I love it so much is because it's right here in the middle of town. There are so many people that park in such far distances, and we all come together on top of the bridge, and then, you know, down by the park. And it's just, to me, I think that's the one that I like the most. It's fun. The kids go nuts.
Oh, nuts.
They bring that huge front end loader on the top of the bridge, and you think to yourself, oh my God, how are they going to do that? And they do such a fantastic job every year of, you know, putting it together.
So that's
getting it all set up. It's just, I love that event.
Just to shout out Des. That's our duck race director, Des Marie Doyle. She's been doing it now for the last, I think this is her third year doing it, third or fourth. But she's been doing a great job. And not only is that just a fun event for everybody, it also helps all of our local nonprofits that participate so they can sell gift certificates and they get a portion of the duck sales that they make. So, we're coming into duck season, so I will help Des out since she's working her real job. If you are a local nonprofit and you want to participate, please contact Des or contact the chamber. We'll put you in contact with Des if you want to be a school or nonprofit that participates in fundraisers by selling ducks.
Just want to shout out some of the people watching who have liked and commented. Beth Markowski Roop, Marie.
Hi, Beth. Good morning.
Corvais. I'm sorry if I mispronounced
Hi, Marie.
Rudy Hauser III.
Hey, Rudy.
Nico DiMaggio.
That's my dad.
Patrick Lynch said, Maria.
Patrick, are you going to do that every time, Patrick? Okay.
He's going to do it every time. And Rebecca Green.
Hey, Rebecca.
Said good morning as
well.
Good
morning.
Good morning.
Thank you all for watching today. let's just end this with get gift certificates.
Yes, I'll be there.
Um,
Grace will be there. We'll be slinging gift certificates. Like, come and just for those of you who are coming in with large orders, if you have not like a couple $100s, we can do that kind of quickly. If you're coming in with like, I need 15 50s and I need 25 this and it's just going to take a minute for us to get. So
Yeah.
if you can if you want to call that in,
Yeah.
but like the larger ones, if it's small, it's not,
come on in,
just
but
come
yeah.
on in. Cause it's not, it's easier for us to just pull from the drawer for the smaller ones. But if it's a large order, like, in case you're okay with me waiting a few minutes, we just have to process that and get that ready.
Is there a show next week?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
No.
Okay,
I
so
think the
we'll-
next 2 weeks,
Next 2 weeks, no
I,
show.
I believe, yeah.
The
Because
fir- the
we land right
26th
after
and
the
2nd,
holiday. Yeah.
So we will be back on the 9th of. We will be back.
That's January 9th.
Yeah,
Holy cow.
we will be back on January 9th with Business Over Breakfast. With the Ocean Community Chamber of Commerce. I will still be here every day, unfortunately for you. But thank you guys so much for watching, and thank you so much for being here. So that means, this is our last opportunity
I
on
have
this
one more thing
show
after.
to talk about get gift certificates for Christmas. Perfect gift. We've already talked about that. Starry Lights is up.
Yes.
So go check out the Starry Lights display. Ooh,
Let me
the
talk
camera
lobster
zoomed,
trap tree.
the
Ooh.
camera zoomed in on me. Yeah, I was just gonna say. So the lobster trap tree. This is your last opportunity, from our show, to tell you to go see the lobster trap tree, because it is up until January.
It'll be up until the 4th until 9:30.
Yep.
And then the 5th, it'll I believe it closes
It
at
just disappears.
No, yeah, poof,
Just,
just magically like that. No, the lights will go off at 6, but that's just so that we can safely
take it down.
not the tree itself. We just take the buoys off that night.
Yeah.
So that we can just get them off safely and get them to the chamber. And it's cold. So usually we want to do that quickly because the very first year we waited until 9:30 and it was like, what are we doing here at 11 o'clock at night, still climbing this tree, trying to take the buoys down? So that's why we shut it down early so that our volunteers can safely do that and get them back and be warm at a recent hour.
So January 5th, 6 o'clock.
I believe so.
Okay.
Lobstertraptree.com. If I'm wrong, even though I work the site, I manage that site. I put it together. It's not coming to the top of my head. And I'd be remiss in January, Dime Bank will be having their business after hours with us, and it's attend on their dime. So it's free for everybody.
Oh,
So
wow.
you should be coming to this business after hours. The Dime Bank in Westerly, our gals over there are going to be putting it together. Cassandra, Lauren, Beth D'Amato, Leela, great girls over there, and we're going to have a fun time. So make sure you come. I was just trying to pull up what the date is on that because it's not the second Wednesday. I think because of the way the holiday, I think it's the third Wednesday this month for January. But we'll be posting it on our Facebook page and our website and our e-blast. So if you want to register, again, this is a free one. So you should definitely.
Well, the third Wednesday would be like the 15th.
Yes, that's
so,
exactly when it. Thank
yeah.
you. Yep.
So January 15th, Dime Bank on their dime. I love that.
Isn't that nice?
That's
Every time
awesome.
they host, they do that, which is really cool.
That is very cool.
Yes.
And Mike, Watch Hill Outfitters, 157 Main Street. You guys are open in 15 minutes. It says on your website.
I believe Harrison will be opening the store this morning.
You're like, I gotta go.
I've got a puppy in the truck out front. She'll be fine.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you guys so much for being
Happy
here.
holidays,
Happy
everybody.
holidays. Maria, you got
Happy
anything else?
holidays. Merry
All right.
Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Happy New Year to those if we don't see you. And just come by the chamber. We're there. We're there for you.
Yeah, absolutely. Chamber's always there
Especially
for
if
you.
you're a local business. I mean, this is the biggest time of year where we're selling those gift certificates. So you still have time. We can get you on the list real quick. We print them literally not every day at this point. We're printing them almost every hour at this point, just to keep up with the with how
That's
many we're selling. So
Great.
I can sneak you in on the list if you decide to join and want to participate. So, or if you're a current member and you're like, you know what, let me give it a try. Put your name on there. What's the harm? You know, it's advertising, and you potentially might get some certificates your way. So
Absolutely. So go check them out. And thank you guys so much for watching. We'll see you soon. Bye for now.
Bye.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Do you want to get your business in front of over 100,000 viewers every month? Advertise with 321 and enjoy the best value in local advertising while supporting free community live streams. Your message will be seen across live high school sports, morning shows, and local events, connecting you directly with engaged audiences, boosting your visibility, growing your brand, and helping us keep these broadcasts accessible to everyone for free. Partner with 321 today and watch your business thrive.